Look here. I know what you guys are saying. Fatal J is late. Futile J is late. I understand that. Okay? I understand. But before I get into all that wonderful stuff and my special, super incredible superstar guest, you know I have to do my intro. Hit it.
That's my boy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's your boy Fatal J, back again with a magnificent, lovely live stream. And guess what? I've been looking in the chat. I've been seeing you guys. You guys been talking about me, saying Fatal J, you late again. Fatal J, you late again. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to put some of y'all on blast in the back. Let me see. I'm supposed to put some of y'all on blast for talking about me. I see you, but I thank you for coming. Let's see. We got 22 people up in the chat. Make sure to smash that like button, please, because that makes YouTube bring more people in because they hate my guts. YouTube hates me. YouTube wants to see me die. Let me see who's all up in here. Let me pop this up. Let me do a little of this. Let me do a little of that. Bow. Let me change the background because it's looking scary and evil and stuff, even though it's Halloween. Bam. There we go. Let's see who up in here before I invite my special guest. Let's see who's up in here. We got Ray up in here. Ray, thank you for coming. We got Matcha up in here. Thank you. We got UBD up in here. We got Cole Adams up in here. We got Dr. Fate. We got Coachella Costal. Hold on. Coachella Costal. You have one of the most amazing names. It almost makes me think about blue oceans and waves and water. And I'm trying to figure out why am I thinking about that. Anywho, let's keep going. Richard, we got Richard up in here. Let's see. We got Stormy up in here. 821. Ooh. Look at this handsome guy right here. Look at this handsome guy right here. Nerd Avengers assemble. Let's get it. It's about to get crazy up in here. We got Sickness. We got Stay Go Bang. Stay Go Bang. Thank you for coming. We got Damien up in here. Damien, thank you for coming. We got We Are Awesome Venom Padilla up in here. We got Igor up in here. Igor, or is his name Igor? We got Mads Mama Bear. We got Dylan. We got Ray. We got, oh, that's everybody. We got Zachariah up in here. We got Norbert France. Hello, Jay. I just saw you on. Nice coincidence. Thank you for coming. Smash that like button, please. We got Patrick Bell up in here. We got Mantis Man up in here. And I think I got everybody. And before we get busy with this Marvel and DC madness of all this information that comes out, I have to introduce my friend. Now, you know this guy. This guy is one of the most awesome dudes on YouTube. Let me tell you something. I look in the mirror every day and I tell myself, Fatal J, when are you going to be half the man that Josh is from Dinner Nerds? I ask myself that. 40 people up in here. I ask myself that. I say, how am I going to be like Josh of Dinner Nerds? So I want to welcome you, everybody, my man, my friend, Josh.
Oh my. I don't know if I've ever had an intro like that. That was something. That was something, my friend. Thank you for having me, brother. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, man, thank you for being here. So people won't think I'm an absolute loser, you know, and they won't think I'm an absolute liar. What's on your mind, my friend? What's going on?
Well, you know, man, things are heating up in the nerdy world, my friend. You know, it's we got some multiverse stuff going on at DC. We got some multiverse stuff going on at Marvel. I think it's a really good time to be a nerd, but we also had like a year off from all of our favorite nerdy things, and I didn't get a chance to ask you how do you feel in 2020 having missed out at this point on several Marvel things and at least a couple DC things, because Wonder Woman got delayed, right?
Wonder Woman got delayed, and this is the thing. This is what pains me. Okay, is going to do bad in sales. Now, I know everybody don't throw your darts at Fatal J. I'm just being logical right now. The hype is dying down. The 100%. Hype is dying down. 100%. So it makes me think, what's going to happen when this movie drop in 2021? Because I'm going to tell you like this, Josh. It's not going to drop in December.
No. It's funny. The Wonder Woman and Black Widow are very similar in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Where like, to be honest with you, like for me with Black Widow, it was, I don't want to say a placeholder movie, but it was never a movie I was very excited for. It almost felt like taking a step back after Endgame, right? And just kind of having this little story with Natasha, and then we're going to open up the MCU like that. And it felt like maybe the pressure was off or whatever. But that has now flipped into I don't really think about Black Widow like at all. It almost feels like just a box I've got to check to get to all the other cool MCU stuff that I actually want to check out.
Josh, why didn't they drop this after Winter Soldier?
Well,
and then they wouldn't have had this problem.
Agreed. They
wouldn't have this problem. Hold that thought though, Josh, because you're awesome, and I want to be like you. Perry comments, I want to be like you too. You one of my dearest YouTube buddies, and I want to tell you this, Perry. I talked to the Vegeta the other day. I talked to Vegeta and Nappa, and this is what they had to say about you, sir.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000. What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right.
Nice.
We got Perry comments with the $5 super chat. He said, playing Call of Duty, listening to the man, Mr. J. Hey, you're a multitasker, sir. And let me tell you something about Fatal J. I can only do one thing at a time, and even when I do that, I fail. So, good job, sir. Good job.
Respect.
Now,
yes,
let's get into it. We got 47 people here. Smash that like button. I know why you here. Look. I know why y'all here. Because you got this beautiful man right here. Look at this man right here. Look at that. With the glasses and the hat, chilling.
It's me. I was like, who's he going to go to?
Got the amazing studio. Look, let me tell you something. Look at the background. Yeah. When you got all that foam and all that stuff and that technical stuff and mics hanging down, you're the man. Okay? I got bootleg stuff going on. Look, I don't even look at this mic. I'm down. It's not hanging up on nothing. I'm holding it.
You know what? I have my snowball right here. This was the very first microphone that I bought for YouTube, and maybe you'll graduate from this.
So what you saying is I'm on the right path, huh?
Hell yeah, man. That's a good mic. It's a good mic. It picks up a lot, though. That's the thing I remember at that mic is it picked up a lot of stuff. So you had to have a quiet background.
Yeah, you're right. This is a good mic, though.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe one day when I can stop living in my mom's basement.
There you go.
I can step up and get another mic. But Mom, thank you. Thank you for letting me live stream tonight.
Thanks, Mom. Yeah. What's up?
We're going to get into it, but I see somebody with another super chat. Josh, what was you about to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, I was going back to the Black Widow Wonder Woman thing. Like, do you agree that they are, you agree that these movies are both in similar situations? And you know what? Here's the thing. Like, everybody talks about, like, identity politics and all that sort of stuff. And it does kind of suck that it just happened to be two female-led movies that are kind of gonna take the fall
They
for
go bomb.
yeah, with stuff that really has nothing to do with that, but it might look like that to some people. You know what I mean?
It's gonna bomb, man, and I hate
Yeah.
that because I know Patty Jenkins, I know Gal Gadot brought the pain when it comes to Wonder Woman, and I know even though Black Widow, I'm not that hype. I know that the movie is gonna do good. It's gonna be spectacular.
Oh,
I'm
it's gonna
not
be
that
dope.
hyped.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it, bro. But
Yeah.
I'm just not that hyped about it.
Yeah.
Stormy, thank you for the $2. What is that? What is that? What is that, a pound?
It's got to be something European. Stormy's,
Yeah.
Stormy's over in Europe.
Thank you so much, my friend. A lot of people, since I was late on the show, this is what they want to do to me. Stormy with the 229. I'm just gonna call it a pound. Thank you so much, sir. He says I'm in for a good hour of nerdy stuff, nerd Avengers. That's what I'm talking about. Let's check this out, though. This is gonna be the thing. I focus a little bit more on DCEU because
Yeah.
I just like it a little bit more. But don't get me wrong, I love Marvel too. I'm not a Marvel hater. I tell everybody out there when I make videos, I say, y'all think I'm a Marvel hater, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Okay.
I'm the same. I'm like the opposite though, like because I'm like more of a Marvel fan, but I'm not a DC hater.
I think
what people say.
You know what it is though? It's what we was raised on. You know what I mean? Like, was you watching X-Men on Fox?
Yeah,
like
absolutely. And the Spider-Man.
Yeah. But see, I love those joints. Don't get me wrong, but I was kind of like more on the Justice League
animated
and
Batman,
animated Batman,
Beyond.
animated Superman, Batman Beyond. Yep.
Yeah. I don't even think I had that. I don't think I had access to that channel when I was young. Whatever animated Batman, wasn't it like WB or whatever?
It was WB. Yeah.
Yeah. When I grew up, man, we had 4 channels. One of them was PBS. You know what I mean? So
bro,
like,
but PBS was dope. You had Sesame Street, Wishbone, Archer.
Wishbone.
You had
Yep.
And then I'm with Lord Callis and John 3PO and all them on Dark Council. And I told him y'all wasn't raised on Wishbone.
Right? Like, come on.
Wishbone was great. But see, I'm the baby of the crew. They were a bunch of old guys, so it makes sense, you know.
Okay, right on.
They was watching stuff like He-Man
Rock and shit. Or
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. Let's check this out right here, though, man. Because I seen you covered it.
Yeah.
I wanted to cover it, but I didn't get to break it fast enough. But when it come to you, you know, you like the fastest man in the world.
Well, that one was, I was lucky. I was literally sitting around. Well, you know, you kind of start to learn the patterns. Like, I was like, okay, Monday, maybe something big will drop, you know. So I'm just kind of chilling in the afternoon. I think I was working on a different script, and then this dropped, and I was just like, let's go. You know what I mean? Because, dude, this news has me very excited. I am a big fan of Moon Knight, and you know,
bro,
it's gonna be sick. This guy's gonna pull it off, man.
This is the thing. This was the question. I'm gonna pop it up because I'm trying to be professional because I got a professional on the show, so I got to be professional. Boom. Now this is what I'm thinking, and this this the reason why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Marvel news has been kind of dead. Am I wrong?
Well, other than the Spider-Man rumors, you're right. The whole multiverse thing has popped off, but other than that, you're right. And they just went through we just went through a drought of Marvel news. Let
me read this real quick. I'm just gonna read the first paragraph, and then we're gonna speak on this. Cool. Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac, in an expanding Marvel universe. This man is gonna kill it. He gonna kill it. Let's continue reading. The actor and his character set for Disney Plus, but I got a question about that though, Josh.
Yep.
If this is a Disney Plus series, what rating do you know this is going to be?
Well, yeah, we can hope. We can hope.
For you, PG.
Yeah.
Finish my sentence, Josh. PG.
I mean, it could just be PG, but it could be PG-13. But to be honest with you, my hope is that they will push it with Moon Knight. I think he is a character that sort of demands, at least stylistically, that you go a little grittier and that you do that kind of a stuff. So the hope would be that they take this opportunity to go a little bit darker. And we just saw comments from Mahershala Ali recently talking about how he wants his Blade movie to go darker. And so he's really interested in, and hopeful that that is the direction that they're going to go in. But I do see the criticism, and I see your point.
Yes, sir.
The Disney formula, you know, I don't want a Disney Moon Knight. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Because don't get me wrong. And let me shout out Richardson, because Richard said he wanted a shout out. Fader J, give me a shout out for my exclusive Green Lantern news. Snyder himself being Green Lantern, why nobody talking about.
And Jeff Johns is playing Cyborg now too. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you saw that. Jeff Johns is coming in and play Cyborg. It's like entertainment is over accountability, I guess. Holy shit.
But yeah, man. Now I don't know deep lore about Moon Knight, but I know of him. Okay, yeah. I got a few comments. Now don't let me know. Because you more Marvel than Fatal J.
So let me tell you,
is Moon Knight like the Batman of Marvel?
So this is what's so cool. You know, speaking to a DC guy, like I think you will really get this. Moon Knight is actually more like if Joker and Batman were one character. Wow. So yeah, so he is like Batman in a lot of different ways. He's a billionaire at one point. He's financing his own stuff, right? He does a lot of detective type things, you know what I mean? That's kind of his motif. But he's also like the Joker, and he has like split personalities. He goes crazy. There's even a part in the comics where like you don't even know if Khonshu is real, like the god. So basically, like, this is what happens. He's a mercenary. He gets killed in Egypt, and then he's risen because I think it's either he dies in front of this altar or he's taken to this altar, and it's this altar of Khonshu, and Khonshu raises him and gives him the powers of Khonshu. And it's a lot like Shazam, a different power set, but kind of like coming from Egyptian gods, he gets that kind of powers, right?
I got you.
Yeah, and so that's kind of the deal with him, but like some real trippy stories, man, and really like crazy stuff you could do with him.
I want to ask you this though. Would you have preferred Oscar Isaac doing Moon Knight as a movie, or do you think we're gonna get more from him being on Disney Plus? Because I don't know. Sometimes with a TV show, you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of a movie, because a movie is over in 2 or 3 hours.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then with a TV show, you get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of content. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm 100% with you. I also think too, like to sort of like, you know, expand on that. He's taken a very intense role. Like this is a very intense character. This is something that as an actor, it would probably excite you, right? Like you'd be like, oh, this is wild. Like I might have to play a crazy version of myself. I might, you know what I mean? Like that's really crazy. It's the same thing with like Joaquin Phoenix doing Joker, or even Tom Hardy doing Venom, where part of the reason that these people are attracted to these roles is the challenge of the role itself, right? So I think he feels challenged. And even, you know, to your point, the series gives him more time to play with that. It gives him more time to make that turn. It gives him more time to find the voice. You know what I mean? It gives him more time just in general, just to do his craft. And so I bet he's super excited to be doing it on Disney Plus. I actually think, because, you know, like we had that thing where like John Boyega said, you're not going to Disney Plus me or whatever, right? And I think a lot of actors have this negative connotation of streaming and what like kind of the next phase of content is going to be. But he's not one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like I think this is a guy that gets it, and I think he's pretty excited. And there might be even more actors in the future that are like, well, what about a series though? You know what I mean? Because they really want to get in and do their thing. You know?
Yeah. Now I want to show you something. Let me see if I can pull it up. I hope I can pull it up.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty hilarious. Now you said Tom Hardy, right? I heard you explaining talking about Tom Hardy. I posted this today, and what do you think about this?
Oh wow! Is Tom Hardy really 5'9"? I guess he is, huh?
Bro,
wow.
He's 5'9". Did you see how big they can make you look?
Well, you know, it's funny. I just watched Bronson last night. You ever seen that?
Bronson.
Yeah, the movie Bronson with.
I've never seen it.
Oh, bro, you've got to watch Bronson. So
Okay.
Tom Hardy plays the most violent criminal in the history of England, and
he like a gangster.
he's a brawler. He's just in prison brawling. So he basically just made a name for himself as being super violent, to the point where the state like didn't even want to have him in their systems anymore because he was just gaming the systems. You know what I mean? It was wild. But he is like a mountain of a man in that movie. So it's wild that people don't respect Batfleck for, you know what I mean? That size is like dope, dude. Like,
bro, I looked it up. I looked it up on Google. He really is 6'4". I didn't know Ben Affleck was that tall like that.
And he's looking good, dude. Like I'm excited to see him in the Snyder Cut, and I really hope that we get more of that moving forward, man. Like,
Josh, I rock with these cats. The Culture Nerd. Have you heard of the Culture Nerd?
Oh yeah. Well, I had
they legit, man.
Legit. Taylor's been on the show once, and then Matt's been on a couple times. So yeah.
Matt is my boy. Matt always dropping that hardcore news that don't nobody know yet.
Yeah,
he coming back, bro.
Oh, I know. I mean, yeah. Well, that's the word is he's coming back for even more Justice League, potentially his own series with the Deathstroke thing, right? Like that's kind of the move. I think right now, because like, you know, like I love all those guys, but I think that it is definitely being planned, but I still think it could technically fall apart at this point. The one thing that I think people need to recognize with this Warner Brothers thing is like people need to sign up for HBO Max. Like if you are a supporter of Snyder and a supporter of his vision, it is what it is. You've got to give Time Warner $15 a month. That is what it is. Because right now they can't move forward on a lot of the things that they want to do because they didn't get the subscriber bump that they wanted. Now, that's not 100% on consumers, but consumers, especially the Snyder Cut bros, did not back up their passion with their wallets. And that's fucking
basically
right
what
now.
Josh is saying is stop being freaking lazy, you freaking freakers, and get HBO Max so we can blow this thing up and we can have Zack Snyder movies until eternity.
Right. Yes. That's exactly.
And that's just how it goes.
Myself. Yeah, man.
No, but you know what? I always joke around. It could be true when I say this. I keep telling people they might need to put some stock in the AT&T or HBO Max because when that Snyder Cut drop,
yeah,
like I really feel like the week before it drop or a few days before it drops, HBO Max is gonna see so many freaking subscribers.
Yeah,
they're gonna see a lot of subscribers.
I think so too, and I really hope so because like I love that service. Like that service is dope. I think it has legitimately better user interface than a lot of the other apps. Way better than Netflix, probably better than Disney Plus, way better than Amazon Prime. Like HBO Max UI is clean. It's really, really cool. Plus, like, I don't know if you watch Raised by Wolves, but Raised by Wolves is like my new favorite show, dude. And that's on HBO Max. That is a great show. The DC catalog that they have on there is incredible. Yeah, HBO Max is a great service, man. More people.
Josh, hold on. Let me address somebody in the chat real quick. Mr. Zivafet, you're trying to joke in front of 69 people, sir. And that's all I wanted to say. I'm not gonna read your stuff. I'm not gonna read your stuff, Ryan. Okay? That is all.
Perfect. Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, you know that's good advice, man. What you said about HBO Max, though.
It's good.
Like if you're a Snyder Cut head, I really believe this. And then we're gonna move on to the next subject. We're gonna see a freaking Snyderverse on HBO Max.
I think so too. And you know, it's funny because like sometimes things just happen randomly, you know, and really the Snyder Cut, like they didn't know that the Rona was coming. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know. It's just they made a call, and then I literally think that as time went on and as like the projections, like if I was sitting back at HBO, if I was at Time Warner right now, I'd be like 70 million. We got to give this dude 100 million. We got to give this dude 200 million. Like that's what I would think.
I remember like doubters and people that just don't like Zack Snyder. They were like, he's asking for 20 million. That's too much.
Yeah. Well, people are crazy, man. People are crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, that is, yeah, that especially in a world where we're talking about probably $200 million movies that are now going to lose money, like guaranteed. Like, they're guaranteed to lose money. So, yeah, with Zach, like, hell yeah. And especially if it really pops off next year, right? If early on, like, it really pops off and there's like a ton of subscribers and they hit that number, because I think they really want to hit that 50 million mark. And I've heard all kinds of numbers, man. I've heard people say they've
give me predictions, okay? I know I don't know how streaming work, and it's not like box office numbers.
Yeah.
But let's just say, just pretend numbers.
Yeah.
What you think the Snyder Cut is going to do for HBO Max in sales?
As an asset, I would say the Snyder Cut has a value of upwards of 500 million. Absolutely.
I believe it too.
100% has a value of upwards of 500 million. And that is also in an industry that is diminished. So this isn't 500 million in an industry that we had last year with $10 billion movies. This is an industry where people are losing money. People can't make money. Things are changing. So the Snyder Cut is an absolute knockout, super valuable asset for them. Yeah.
And think about this, Josh. He dropped it on a platform that is perfect for what's going on in this day and age. Hollywood is scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna watch this movie in the safety of our home, man.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy. And the thing is, like, I've always liked Zach. Like, I'm a big fan of his work, and
same here.
I'm really glad that he's getting this sort of second chance, because, to be honest with you, it's not even like, depending on what happens next, you know, his name, he might be on a new kind of journey, and really getting a lot more like acclaim and clout with depending on what he does in streaming, because Netflix is trying to lock him in for a Army of Darkness universe, right? And so you might be talking about a guy who's spearheading a massive franchise on Netflix at the same time he is spearheading a massive franchise on HBO Max. Like, that's not outside of the realm of possibilities to be a thing, you know? So it's just great, man. It's great for him. It's great for fans of him. But you're right. And to your point about Hollywood, man, Hollywood, this is what's so beautiful about this. Hollywood gave Zach the hard, and I don't want to be super explicit, you know what I mean? Because it's your channel and I don't want to swear and stuff like that.
Look here, Josh. This is the explicit, raw, uncut. That's why it's called the Fatal J. It's fatal. Okay.
All right.
So let loose, sir.
I'm just gonna say it. They fucked him. Hollywood gave him one of the worst Hollywood type fuckings I've seen. It was horrible, and they were literally willing to just have this guy who had been ride or die for that studio for what, 5-8 years. They were literally about to let this dude just complete his career, die, shrivel up, gone forever. And Jeff Johns would have laughed about it. Jeff Johns would have called people about it. Jeff Johns would have been who Jeff Johns is. But the beautiful thing here is that we don't even have to worry about that, because now it's like things are going to be put into the right place, and a little bit more justice is coming, pun intended. And it's just a good time, man.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Ray Fisher is out for his neck. I really believe Ray Fisher don't care if he put his career on the line.
Yeah,
he is out for Jeff Johns' neck. Jeff Johns been quiet, man.
Oh yeah, Jeff Johns disappearing. You know, and I did this story, and I know some people got mad at me for this video, but I'm gonna report what I believe is true, right? And I'm willing to be wrong. I do not think Jeff Johns is involved with that Green Lantern series. I 100% do not think Jeff Johns is involved at all with that Green Lantern series. And that is despite his name being listed as a producer on DC's own website. I don't buy it. It wasn't in the trades. And honestly, here's my thing. Like, Jeff Johns is Green Lantern royalty. And I love his writing. Like, I do. I love his writing.
We wouldn't have Flashpoint without Jeff Johns. You're right.
For sure. For sure. Great writer. Brilliant. Has done a lot of great things. But for DC to make a Green Lantern show and not, if he really is a producer, and not have that be the first thing and the last thing they say, like basically, like if they were making a Green Lantern show with him for real, they'd be like, "Have you heard of our Jeff Johns Green Lantern, Jeff Johns Green Lantern show, Jeff Johns?" Like, they would just be like, every other word would be Jeff Johns, because it's a buzzword. It gets people hyped. It gets people excited. It is absurd to think that they just forgot to mention him in every major Hollywood trade. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So one of two things are happening. He's either being diminished and his political capital is being taken away. And actually, I have heard that he still actually might survive in DC, believe it or not, which is ridiculous. But either that or he really is gone. And they're just not, they don't want to talk about that. Do you know what I mean?
I think they phasing him on out.
Yeah.
Like, this is what they do in them situations. They don't completely just fire somebody. They just put them somewhere else. So he might have.
Well, that's what we thought was initially happening, right? Like, because I remember the initial reports when he got fired. He was co-president or whatever. He got fired, like, legit. And then I think the last I had heard was that he and his production house, Ghost whatever Studios, that he was going to be doing Green Lantern stuff on his own outside. And to be honest with you, I was excited. I was like, that's cool. Like, do your thing. Like, do your little JJ Bad Robot thing and, whatever. Yeah. But from there, I haven't heard anything. But he still produces on stuff. So he still produces on Stargirl. I think he technically produced on Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like,
well, let me know something. Is you peeping Stargirl? Is you watching that?
No, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah,
I'm one of them dudes. I got ADD bad.
Yeah.
So if it don't catch me, then I'm gonna watch it probably 2 or 3 years later and try to get caught up. You know,
for sure. Stargirl was never one of. I don't know. That one just missed me. And I know people love her, and I know, like, what is she, like, SJA, or I forget what team she's associated with. I think it's the Justice Society of America. But I know there's a lot of people that have a lot of love for that character, and that's dope. But it's just not for me,
Not for me either. Let's go to the next subject though, man. And this time is going by quick, man.
When you're having fun, bro.
Sure. All right, let's go to this right here. And I want you to just look at this and tell me this. I want you to tell me who is going to die. Okay. Let me put it up. Bam. Right here. Let's check this out right here. You seen this picture, of course.
Oh yes.
Before we say who's going to die in this picture, give me your thoughts about this.
About Suicide Squad in general?
About Suicide Squad 2 in general, about James Gunn. Is this going to be a horror reboot? What is your thoughts about this? Because I got thoughts, but I want to know your thoughts.
So I was initially pretty skeptical of the film, but DC fandom really did turn it around for me. And I think this movie is going to actually really surprise people. I think it's much bigger than we initially thought. Everybody thought it was gonna, because, like, the thing about Suicide Squad 1 is it's so on rails that, like, you don't get a sense of scope at all. Like, that is actually one of my biggest problems with a lot of DC films. Like, I don't get besides Zach stuff, I don't get a lot of sense of scope, right? This movie is, I think, gonna be big. I think it's gonna be bold. I think it's gonna be violent. I think I kind of know where he's going with the whole Starro thing. You know what I mean?
Is this joint gonna be rated R?
I would love it, but I don't think so. No, studio will want it to be PG-13 probably.
I don't know. DC, but getting kind of risky a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
since
mean,
Joker.
look, they
But,
did
but
the
you
Joker,
right though.
you know.
What was the last Suicide Squad? Was that rated R or was that?
No, I think it was PG-13, but it pushed the lines a little bit here and there. Especially like like Harley was looking good and all that. So
yeah.
I don't know, maybe PG-13 hard.
Maybe,
but yeah, those are my thoughts, man.
PG.
I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Looking at this picture, I want you to think to yourself because I need to blow up Fat Steven. But I want you to look at that picture and think to yourself who you think is going to die. Fat Steven, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You've always supported the channel. I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna have to give you something real good, sir. My cousin, he embarrassed me. He embarrassed me so much. He said, please, cousin Fatal J, can you put my clip up? I said, sir, I don't want to do that, man. You're embarrassing me bad. He said, just do it, and I'll give you $100. I said, whatever, man. We got John. I'm reading the thing wrong. We got Fat Steven with the $2 super chat. He says, Josh asked Fatal about his koala pajamas Kamehameha.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Okay. He put me on blast, man. Let me tell you what happened, man. Let me tell you what happened. All right. I was doing a Dark Council stream. Dark Council is tonight on Lord Callis channel at 8 o'clock p.m. Central. Be there. I mean, not Central, Eastern time. Be there. And I was telling people how if I ever made it big in life, if I ever become a thousandaire, not a millionaire, but a thousandaire, the first two things I was going to buy is a koala bear and I was going to buy a sea turtle. Now, my dreams with the koala bear was this. I was going to have him like be a backpack on my back. And I was gonna have him dress up like me, and I was gonna feed him eucalyptus leaves. And we had a stream with some Australian guys called the Poor Aussie, and they said, "Fatal J, are you sure you want a koala bear?" And I said, "Yeah, man, that's my life goal in life is to have a koala bear and have him on my back." They said, "You don't want to do that because they carry chlamydia."
Do they? Oh yeah, actually 100% of them do. I heard
they carry chlamydia, bro, and I did not know that.
It's wild. I didn't know that either. Like apparently, and I thought it was one of those things you hear and you're like, dude, a quick Google's gonna shut this down. And then you look at it and you're like, oh my god, they all have chlamydia. Like
they got chlamydia, bro.
Yeah, it's wild.
So they ruined my soul, man. It was like they like Fat Steven with Shane's song, "Your soul is mine."
Your soul is mine.
He did that to me, bro. So now I don't know what to think about koala bears. Like that was gonna be my number one pet. So
that is cold, man. That's
dreams crushed. And for Fat Steven, I guess dreams achieved. Now let's look at this picture real quick. Who do you think gonna bite the dust?
Oh man, I think most of them are going to die. It's probably easier to pick who won't die. And I actually, believe it or not, I think Pete Davidson's silly ass won't die for some reason. I feel
Which one? Who is Pete Davidson?
So he's at the very top, the tippy top.
Oh, okay, I got
SNL guy.
Oh yeah. Okay, but besides King Shark.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know, man. I think
do you see that little weird creature by him?
The what?
It's a little weird creature right beside him.
Oh, for real?
You look real close. It's like a little cat thing, like a cat human man.
All right, let me look at that. Oh, that's Weasel. That's probably Weasel.
That's a DC character?
Yeah. Weasel's like super old school though. That's the thing about this movie too, is like James Gunn pulled from like the friggin' archives, like with this stuff, because these are people that are like, I don't even like.
Yeah,
know.
see,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what?
I didn't know about Peacemaker. John Cena Peacemaker. I didn't know about that character. I thought he was one of Darkseid henchmen's.
Right.
What's that guy named? Chad, y'all help me out with that. He got the same helmet.
Oh, he looks like Orion.
Orion.
Yeah,
I thought he was Orion.
Yeah, like, that would be dope.
I was like, what is one of the new gods doing?
Right. the movie's about to be Suicide Squad. Sit over there, and I'll take care of this. Yeah.
Believe it or not, and you might think I'm crazy, I think Captain Boomerang is gonna bite the dust.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
He gonna bite the dust. I don't want to because he's like one of the funniest dudes.
Yeah,
but
he's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think about Rick Flag or whatever? You think he's going down?
Rick Flag, he a human, so he like the Batman of the group. He's not gonna die. You notice all the non-powers
like
always like the best fighters.
True. What if he did like a
guy.
noble death or some shit though? You know what I mean? Like a noble.
I can see that too.
That because yeah.
But would that be cliche though? The noble guy saves the damn.
Oh, absolutely. It could be super cliche. Right. Oh, of course. But I think James, like, honestly, like, there really is no originality anymore. So it's more like, can you pull it off in a refreshing way?
You know what Tom McFarlane said that blew my mind? And he is exactly right.
There's only like 7 stories or something.
No, he said this. It was so dope. He said, he said, just like you, no idea is original. He said, what you do is take that idea and you put sexy on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you put your own style. Like when he came out with those action figures, he made them more articulate, made them bend more.
Yeah.
And that's what made people want to buy them. So you're right.
Yeah, no, man, that is one of my favorite expressions. I had a really great art teacher in college that said this expression that's always stuck with me. Said, what you need to do is put a new twist on an old lemon. And this was in design class because he was like, you're not gonna recreate design. Like, that's not it. If you really want to be good at design, it's not about like, how do I do some shit that's never been seen? No, that's not it. You need to put a twist on what works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly right. David Quantano, that's an excellent question. Is Katana coming back? She's not in this.
No, I don't think so.
Hold on, did she die in the first one? I can't even remember.
I can't even remember either.
Dang. And I'm supposed to be a air cut person.
Yeah,
that air cut is gonna blow people away. What you think about that Joker news that came out?
Wait, what Joker news came out?
Jared Leto Joker is going to be in Snyder Cut.
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited for that actually. And you know what else too? And this is something I think Matt was making a point of on one of his streams. Does it feel like the studio announced that to actually throw shade at the Snyder Cut? Because like I think they know that not a lot of people like Leto's or Leto's thing.
Yeah.
So do you think they literally were like, hey, Jared Leto's in this, and then just wanted us to get mad?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I think Jared Leto always meant to be in the Snyder Cut, and I'm going to tell you why. You remember the nightmare scene?
Yes.
When Batman had that rifle?
Yep.
If you look real close on that rifle, you see a Joker's logo.
On the rifle?
On the rifle, and I said Snyder Cut. I meant BTS.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Yeah. No, that's wild. Well, okay, so you've probably talked to Matt about this yourself, but like the whole thing was that Joker and Steppenwolf. Did you ever hear about this? Joker and Steppenwolf?
Keep going.
So apparently it is rumored that originally, and this never made it to film, but it was apparently in David Ayer's original script, and this was a part of the original plan.
Oh, Steppenwolf was supposed to be in Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I heard that.
Yeah, and he was going to strike a deal with the Joker.
Which makes more sense because David Ayer also said the parademons, instead of those weird looking Ninja Turtle looking things that we saw.
They're supposed to be parademons.
That were supposed to be parademons.
Exactly. That last scene was not supposed to be Enchantress. That was supposed to be Steppenwolf. And the Joker shows up, and the Joker calls off Steppenwolf by making a deal with them right then and there. Like and then that's why the Joker card floats up in the Snyder Cut trailer from Fandom, because in the nightmare scenario, Joker is the king of Gotham. So in the nightmare future with where when Superman succumbs to the anti-life, like that's what that shit was gonna be, apparently.
I wish I had enough time to show you what David Ayer was planning on do with Jared Leto's Joker, because he took everything that the Joker was in different comic books and put it all into one into Jared Leto's Joker. Prime right here, Prime. This is what I need you to do real fast. We got 15 minutes left in the show. Prime, this is an emergency. This is what I want you to do. This is your time to shine, Prime. Give me a screenshot of that picture you did of Joker, where you show where David Ayer did all those pieces of him out of the comic book. Please, immediately do a screenshot, because I want Josh to see David Ayer was going to do some dope things, and they did Jared Leto dirty. Like,
yeah.
Did you know?
I mean,
Jared
dude, does
Leto,
that surprise us though? I mean, during that time, like the Jeff Johns, like that whole camp was basically just they were trying to do this to Zach the whole time. So you know what I mean?
That lean on what with Ray Fisher. Yeah. These guys was buttholes, man.
Oh, and that's the thing that I think Ray knows, you know, like I think Ray's like really smart actually. And like the thing is, like, you know, sometimes people, because there's a lot of people that watch my stuff that don't even like it when I make Ray Fisher videos, right? And the one thing that I hear a lot is like, if Ray had all this stuff going on, like, why did he wait this long? Like, why is, you know what I mean? All that kind of a thing. Yeah. I think the truth is, it's totally fair to be like, obviously this dude knows now that the Snyder Cut is a thing. And again, like I was saying, I think it's a huge asset, you know? So he knows that he has leverage that he did not have before. I don't think that makes him a bad guy. You know what I mean? And like, is it a calculated decision to come forward now? Absolutely. But, you know, I'll be honest with you, man. My thing is, like, I've heard different things and I don't know exactly what happened like with that, but just the vibe I get, the feeling at like the gut level when it comes to Jeff Johns and this whole situation, it's fuck him. And I like, honestly, like, I think the dude genuinely deserves whatever is coming to him next. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'll basically say on that. I'm
right with you, bro. I'm right with you. I want to show you something real quick though, real fast. Yeah. We only got a few minutes. What do you think about these pictures right here? What you think about that?
I mean, it looks clean, man. I mean, Peacemaker. Look at that gun, dude. Look at that gun.
No, what kind of gun is that?
It's like bigger than a 50 cal. I mean, the thing, he's such a big man that for that gun to be, that is just ridiculous. But I can't wait to see it. It's probably popping people, you know, blowing limbs off and whatnot. I think Idris looks good. Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. Yeah. Polka Dot Man.
Who was that girl though?
Who is that girl?
Who's that girl?
Yeah, I don't know. Have we seen her anywhere before? Who?
I think these characters going to be new. Might be new and refreshing, you know. But I know Idris, whatever he gonna kill it, man.
Oh yeah, he's great.
You think he gonna take kind of like Will Smith's spot?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I gotta be honest, they'll probably kill him off. I think.
You think so? Idris, the biggest star in the.
Well, because think about it, we got the Peacemaker series. We're not really hearing anything about this dude, and
this is what I wanted. Not to cut you off, but
that was cool. Yeah,
why they focusing so hard on John Cena? Because they like John Cena getting his own show.
He blew it up. Because he blew it up, man. Like on set, everybody. And the thing is, I was hearing stuff about that before the series was announced. Like people were saying, like, "Yo, Cena, just wait." And have you ever seen that's that Amy Schumer movie that he's in? Have you ever seen it? I was dragged to this movie like years ago. I forget what it's called.
I'm scared anything I watch with Amy Schumer, she don't steal it from somebody else.
Oh, for sure. But whatever this movie was, I just remember she dated Cena in the movie. And he had some scenes, bro, that were like, they were great, dude. Yeah. Like, I look like Mark Wahlberg, ate Mark Wahlberg, and like shit like that. Like, it was funny. I was like, this dude can act. So it's cool to see him like getting the ability to do this. Apparently he just killed it. That's what they say. So
we got one more picture. Prime says go to the video. No, Prime, I need you to do a screenshot. I can't do it in time. Oh, at least this is what I want you to do, Prime. Send me the link in Twitter. Give me the link, and then I want to show Josh. Just the world wasn't ready for what David Ayer had to give us, but it was Warner's fault though.
Yeah,
it was definitely Warner's fault.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Notorious, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let me see what I got for you. I'm gonna give you the greatest scene in Dragon Ball Z history. Here you go.
It is good.
The
I got a
Tory-
funny story about that scene, dude.
That's the scene of all scenes, bro.
Yo,
And
I remember one time I was on family vacation and that scene was randomly on. I mean, like I was just telling you, like 4 channels at home, right? And we're on vacation and this shit's on, and it's literally that scene, the father son comment, and my dad turns it off so that we could go eat at like whatever place. And I was so mad, dude. He didn't get it. Like he was like he didn't understand why I was so upset, and I was like,
your dad turned it off.
He turned it off. I was like, we're going to dinner. I'm like, what the fuck you mean we're going to dinner? I'm like, go on. It's about to save the universe. And, but
bro, that's like if somebody like the Beatles or Michael Jackson just walked past you and your dad said,
right.
come on, let's go.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Right. Exactly. And I tried to like explain it to him, but yeah, he wasn't having any of it. So
Let's see. Notorious Man with the $5 super chat. Fatal J, I got banned from Jody's Corner for supporting your channel. Hey man, I'm glad you're back over here, man. That's all I can say, man. Jody, that guy, he has a lot of denial issues going on with the Snyder Cut. He still think it isn't real. I don't know, man. Thank you for your super chat. This is the last thing we're going to be talking about, my friend.
Cool.
This right here, a lot of people has words to say about it. I want to know your words, though. Okay. This show, the season 1, hasn't been doing good. And when I mean, when I say hasn't been doing good, it's been doing terrible.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about this right here?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's better. It's better. I mean, it's better than the first one, right?
That's what I was telling everybody.
Yes. Well, the first one was, I mean, they didn't even have her hair like her. She had like, I don't know what that wig was, that hard red wig that they had. So at least she looks good. You know what I mean here. And I think the hair works. I like it a lot. But man, I'm so out of my, I never even gave that one a fair shake. Oh, that looks really good.
That's what I was telling people though. Like I got a lot of flack on
no, this
Twitter.
Looks great. This looks great.
But that suit looks better than the other one.
Oh, 100%. And that hair is fire, dude.
I'm not taking up for CW because Josh, I don't know if you like CW or not, but CW is hot garbage trash to me.
Yo, so here's the thing about CW, and I feel like it's an awkward situation. I need to get something off my chest when it comes to the CW.
Speak on it. I'm gonna blow you up so you can talk to the people.
Listen, everybody. Just come in close. Look, I stopped watching the CW a long time ago. When I stopped watching it, it was good. And so then you've probably seen me in videos or streams say, I like the CW universe. But the truth is I haven't watched it in over 3 years. So I don't know. And I know a lot of people get mad when I say I like the CW universe. I literally thought when Flash season 1 and Flash 2 were going on, it was really good. That's it. I don't really know. I mean, I've heard it's really bad now, though. People really don't like it.
Now, I was rocking with like the first 3 seasons of Arrow and rocking with the first 3 seasons of Flash. Yeah, and then after that, I lost interest, man.
Yeah, well, for me, it just became some of the Supergirl was whack. Like Supergirl was whack. I felt like that was sort of a weird turn.
I'm gonna tell you what was really whack. Black Lightning.
I haven't seen it.
Let's just keep it real, man. Black Lightning was trying to be like Black Panther. It was
really?
whack. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But I didn't. Was that? I felt like that wasn't connected, but then they did connect it. Is that what happened? Where they were like, it's not a part of the CW universe, and then they connected it anyway.
It don't matter if it was connected or not. It was still hot trash, garbage, filth.
Well, Batwoman is apparently real bad, though. All I've heard about Batwoman is horrible things, literally from the jump.
Yeah, I don't think people like Ruby Rose from the joint from the jump, and I don't think they like the message that the show kept giving to. Like, I think the main message was men is bad, women are greater, all that type of stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's the initial marketing. That's what they were going for. And, it's one of those things, man, where it's like, it's really hard to like decipher between like, is this just someone making a dumb decision, or is this somebody like dying on some ideological hill, right? You never really know. I tend to believe, especially when money is involved, it's usually just a dumb decision. I don't think people in business they don't really plant their moral flags in too many hills. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, is this it?
This it right here. Now, I just want you to look at this, man. Il Vega, thank you so much for the 99 super chat. Let me blow you up, and then me and Josh gonna get into this, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Vega, thank you so much. Let me see. Do I got something special for you? Yes, I do. Here you go. Vega with
when he blows his arm off,
and you know what? It still didn't do nothing to Cell. Cell was a beast, man.
He was.
What's your favorite saga? Cell saga, Frieza saga?
Yeah, so I like the Cell saga, but I actually prefer the Android part of it. I'm such a hardcore Vegeta fan that the best Johns is when he came in and Goku gets the heart thing, and then he's like, "Oh well, don't worry, Kakarot. Not only do I have Super Saiyan, but they're about to get these hands." You know what I mean? Like that. See, for me,
that's why I like Josh, because he thinks like Fatal J. I've always told people Vegeta is better than Goku. I'm just talking about in style and attitude wise. Vegeta is the Raphael to Goku's Leonardo. I'm just saying.
100%, dude. 100%. So yeah, that's what my favorite stuff is.
Vega 299 super chat. What it do? Fatal here late, but CW has gone down. Yes, sir. You are absolutely right. Thank you for the super chat donation. And I want you to check this out, Josh. Look at this, man.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did with all the comic jokers?
Mm-hmm.
Even the iconic Batman right here when he hold his head and laughing.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
No, yeah, it is. I mean, like,
that.
I think he put a lot of love into his version, man. You know, and him, you know what's so funny is like him and Zach are very similar in the sense that like they're good soldiers. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I was saying before, like Zach got fucked so hard, and he didn't disparage them at all. He did little things, you know, little and like that's why, Josh, and stuff.
But and not to cut you off, but Josh, that's why I don't understand why people hate Zack Snyder so much, because out of the whole entire internet seemed like that was just bashing him. You know what? He never said a single word to anybody.
Oh, 100%. And the best example of this, like the best opposite, like counterpoint is Rian Johnson, right? So like Rian Johnson goes out and makes a very divisive film. Now, here's the thing. We got to be real. BVS was a divisive film. You know what I mean? Like it was divisive. People were divided on it. And, you know, same thing with The Last Jedi. The difference is Rian took it personally, was a butthole about it, engaged in activities that I think were like just really bad. Whereas Zach did not. You know what I mean? Like Zach has been nothing but a good soldier and a supporter of his friends and even of the studio version, you know, even though he never watched it, he never came out and said anything bad about it or anything like that. You know what I mean?
When you are humble, this is what I just learned in life. This is what life teaches. If you humble, the universe, or I believe in God, but you may call it the universe, is going to reward you for taking the humble route. Not going out and saying, hey, you stupid for not understanding. I remember a time, even if you bashed the film, you never heard directors talking about the people who seen the movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know,
no, man, I'm so with you on that. And like, just to take it to kind of like a crazy place, it was one of the things that I don't know if you watched the Kanye West Joe Rogan podcast at all. I don't know.
It was good. I saw it. It was good.
It was great.
It was good.
One of the things,
and Kanye, he like so vivid, he a rapper, but he can express himself so passionately and vivid. You be like, you know what? I can see that.
It's a deep thinking human being. You know what I mean? Like and very deep thinking.
He's one of those geniuses where people get it after he died. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny is like he reminds me a lot. And I want to go back to the point I was trying to make was I think Kanye separating, like letting the ego go and then devoting his life to God was like a very important part of his success in the last couple of years. Yeah. And so like, just to your point, it's like, I agree that you need to get ego out of the way and just serve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about Kanye is like I watched a video today of Elon Musk giving like a speech or some shit talking about light whatever, and he's very similar to Ye in the sense that, like, man, they're a little off, like they're a little weird. Sometimes the way they say things, like you can just tell there's so much going on up there that it's like, damn, like I wish I could have caught all that. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of wild. Geniuses, man.
Gavin said, what do you think about Scott Middleton?
I call him Scott Mendel douche. So I'm not a big fan. I mean, he serves a purpose, but he's a studio mouthpiece. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're gonna look at this and then the show is over. Look at the very top. It says the Frank Miller Joker.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison.
Yeah, man.
Alice Ross. I did not notice that, man.
That was Ross one I got. That one I got.
Greg Capullo Joker
Yeah.
made it in there.
Yo, Capullo's such an awesome dude too.
Warner, I'm glad you got that old regime out of there.
Yeah.
Now you can start making some serious money and do your thing. I mean, I can't wait to see the haircut, man. I feel like I knew in my heart, me and you both know actors in movies. Jared Leto is a top tier actor.
He's incredible.
Like at the end of the day, that Joaquin Phoenix Joker, I truly believe Jared Leto could have did the exact same thing. That's just me though.
I mean, I would say like the Phoenix Joker is such a wild performance. Like that was really wild. But you're right. It's the same skill set that Leto has. Like he has that same, and actually he has better range, I think, than Phoenix.
Hey, have you ever seen a movie with Jared Leto called Dallas Buyers Club?
Yeah.
That right there should show you.
100%.
That right there should show you Jared Leto is top tier actor. So I can't wait for this haircut because I think we're going to be amazed at this Joker.
Yeah, man. And the whole thing is like, that's another thing that I think Warner Brothers has to sort of be aware of is with this stuff happening, you're going to then look back at it when it happened, you know, and be like, damn, they really did fuck that up. So they should really be cleaning stuff up now. You know what I mean? Because the haircut's going to come out. It's going to be dope. And we're going to look back and be like, fuck, like, Warner Brothers, like, why? You know what I mean? So.
Hey, man, thank you so much for coming out, my friend. And,
thank you for having me.
Thank everybody for the super chat love, for coming out. 90 people up in here. Continue smashing that like button because guess what? It's free. And Josh, do you have anything else on your mind? What are your final thoughts, my friend?
No, man, I was just happy to talk to you about nerdy stuff. I know you and I run in some of the same circles. We know a lot of good people.
Yeah, you know Second Street Trinity.
Oh yeah,
that's.
Oh, I know Trinity. I know Trinity like a thorn in my side that just keeps on. He knows.
Hey, you know he knows Myrtle, huh? You know Myrtle.
Of course, I know Myrtle. Yeah, man. Myrtle's always acting up. Yeah, Myrtle's wild. Man. So no, I love Trinity though. Salt of the earth, incredible human being.
Trinity, but you know what? If people don't get Trinity, they'll hate him. If they don't know him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what, dude? That is on them.
That's
you
true.
know what I mean? That is on them because I love it, right, man. But
you know why I love Second Street though? Because he gonna give you whatever's on his heart. He gonna tell you the truth, man.
Yeah,
he's not gonna sugarcoat it. And that's people I like hanging around. You know,
100%, man. And it's a rare quality. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Josh, what's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. It is a great time to be a nerd. It is awesome. I know 2020 has sucked in a lot of different ways. I know there's a lot of tension. I know things are crazy. I think all of that will subside. I think that there's dope, nerdy shit on the way. And if you've just got to hold on for that dope, nerdy shit, just hold on because it's coming.
Wise words from a wise man. Stick around in the back. I'm supposed to end it. Josh, thank you so much for coming. This is my final words right here. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know.
Attack!